If it would involve you having a better experience in your life, challenge yourself to say yes.
Say yes and follow through and see what happens.
Hey, welcome to this video where we're going to talk to you about how you can live a more rich, fun, better, awesome life. And when I say rich, I don't mean money. I mean rich in experiences. And the reason that I say that is, well, Mike, how often do people ask you questions? Would you like to do this? Would you
yes,
like to
no
do that?
questions.
Yeah, generally yes or no questions.
Yeah.
It's not like how do you solve this quadratic equation?
Right.
Would you like to go and experience this new yoga studio?
Do you want to go skydiving? Shall we travel to Algonquin Park? Whatever it is.
Yeah, maybe whatever it is. People are going to ask you stuff in life. And a lot of the times, we have to decide whether we're going to say yes to something or no to something. And a lot of the times, I'm going to pre-frame this whole conversation by saying, a lot of the times, I suggest that we as humans tend to say no just because we're not feeling like it.
And without thinking. With some people, saying no can be just an automatic response. It's because things seem too much trouble. Like it's going to take a lot of effort for the reward they're going to get.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just that they had other plans, they don't feel like it, it's too much trouble. Exactly. My kids might say, hey, let's go out and play baseball in the backyard or whatever. And I'm sitting there maybe reading on social media, oh, not right now, kids, you know. Is there a really good reason for you saying no? That's what we want to challenge you to think. Stop, and before you answer, just evaluate internally.
Pause first. Evaluate. Look at what yes would mean to you. If you did do this, what would it be like? What could it be like instead of automatically defaulting to no? Now, there's going to be some things that might be dangerous or just not appropriate for your life, and you're going to say no to those right away. Like, hey, let's go gargle this muriatic acid. I'm going to stick with no on this one, Chris.
That's probably a good one to say no to.
Right.
But we want to challenge you when your reason for saying no has really nothing to do with this is truly best for you, but it's you just being maybe lazy or inflexible or whatever. If it would involve you having a better experience in your life, challenge yourself to say yes.
Say yes and follow through and see what happens.
Say yes if somebody says, hey, I'd like to go and try out that new yoga studio. Would you like to go to a yoga class? Would you like to go watch this movie with me? Would you like to go to this restaurant? Whatever it is, let's go for a walk after dinner tonight. Hey, here's a new bottle of wine. Looks really good. Oh, try new things, new experiences. Try not as in try and fail, but try
it
as
on
in
for size.
Experiment. Do things that are going to build a richer life, hanging out with new people. Hey, like, let's join the curling club and start a new sport. If there's no good reason to say no, take it on, try it on, see how you like it. You'll have a better, richer life.
By saying yes. And we can think of examples in our own lives where this has occurred. One thing for me is the game backgammon. Now, I played chess for years. I sought unsuccessfully chess mastery. I got to be a pretty good player, but chess mastery was beyond me. A friend of mine recommended I play backgammon. It looked stupid. I thought, I don't like the look of this.
Yeah, there you go.
But the game's 5,000 years old. And he said, if something's been around for 5,000 years and it's still here, there's probably a good reason. I said,
and you identified as a chess player.
Yes.
And you were just dismissive of backgammon. Like, oh, why would anyone want to learn that game?
But I said yes.
And what happened?
I'm thrilled that I did because now I don't play chess at all anymore. But I may be one of the greatest backgammon players of all time, at least in my own mind.
That's right. And also in our own business for Mike Mandel Hypnosis. So probably back in around, I would say 2015 or so, we had never gone to any conferences together or individually. We'd never attended hypnosis conferences. And we knew of one run by Scott Sandlin and Richard Clark. I'll just shout them out because they're awesome guys and great friends of ours. Why? Because instead of saying, nah, we don't need to go to that conference, there's probably a bunch of nonsense and there's probably going to be some trainers that aren't very good. Well, instead we decided, let's go, let's have a good time, let's see what happens. And we ended up making some of the best friendships that we could have ever hoped for in the entire hypnosis community.
And we learned a hell of a lot too. By making the effort to go, by saying yes, just to check it out. If we had not done that, our business would not be where it is today.
I would say that decision just to experiment and go do something different, what was the downside? We could have wasted some time and some money going to a conference that wasn't a fit for us. No big deal. It was in Las Vegas. At least there was sun where it was cold.
Some people would say it's never a bad idea to go to Las Vegas.
That's right. But as a result of it, it's completely transformed our relationships with people in this field. So we're grateful for Scott and Richard for setting up that conference. We're grateful that we were willing to say yes to something new, and we want to encourage you to do the same thing.
just start automatically saying yes. Or at least pause for a second and say, am I automatically saying no here? May there be a yes that's a better thing.
That's a great empowering question.
Follow through on it.
Am I automatically saying no? And if no, if yes to that no, yes, I'm automatically saying no.
Start saying yes and see what happens.
Yeah, you're gonna have a much, much better life. Enjoy it. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit that button, light it up, light that alert button up so you're always notified when we submit new videos to this YouTube channel so you're always on top of our latest and greatest stuff, and we'll see you in the next video.
Say yes to that.